My name is John Michael Foreman, Social Security number 228-1796-83. Born in Norfolk, Virginia. Age 44, obviously white, blue eyes, red hair. I've said throughout the years, even at the Department of Correction in front of the programs and so forth, I have red hair. Look at the photos even in the sun. Look at me, I'm red-headed. Just put brown. Put it in the courthouse or anywhere else. What are you supposed to do? Nothing you can do about it. But all my logical inputs and everything add up all the way to today. Here I am, 44 years later. Plus I have history before that. Craziest thing. What I mean is birth mom, birth dad, all that kind of stuff, yada, 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 all kinds of stuff. Tacoma, Washington, Nativity House, for a half month, hands out copies of my work documents. Secret Service, active, also about putting hands on me. I commit all crimes, I can do all kinds of things, all kinds of sorts of issues. Secret Service is not going to apply it, but out to the fact of another piece of work is that nobody's able to step this law enforcement, government, or anything else that has to do with my land and property due to the fact that it's a compound. I'm the only U.S. individual that's able to have such matter. Not nobody else trying to be me, taking the paperwork and finding out all these different things and doing all these kind of different stuff. Not allowed. Everybody knows that. Riots all over the U.S. and everything, and fights all over every facility, and so much more. Also explain to the fact of the situations coming in a uniform with witnesses, also the fact of the homeless and male and female in the community as well. And then, staff explaining this, law enforcement explaining, put hands on, da-da-da, this, that, this, and that, this, and that. But anyway, what I have other said is that, as I was sitting, I've been in and out for multiple of, the group sessions of situations to the full community, that, one thing is overran, but the other thing is I'm all out or non-arrestable, non-fireable, no boss. I can commit crimes, I can do everything and anything and always and anywhere and everywhere until the day I die, and I'm active and functional, on hospital, the same rules and same things, all kinds of stuff. So also the fights there explanatory about robbing my house, robbing my police unit, my police uniform and gear and stuff, and then so other units of mine and all kinds of things. So anyway, another shelter. That was just one fight, but that's not the only shelter. Another shelter, well, they bought the headlights or the police lights on top and put it on their black truck. So, wonderful things, but, they could have got it anywhere or logically happened. But when they're logically tripping as hard as they were tripping the entire shelter, and due to the fact that, the reason also with the Tacoma shelter, the Nativity House, that, I'm just not getting my place back. I go for an F off, and that's from the community, some of the staff, the overran thing, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, the movements and the fights everywhere, the riots everywhere, the Seattle riots, it's my property, the Seattle riots, people are on my land, they don't belong on my land, they look like neighbors, it all seems to be normal, but it's not. Here's the other logical issue of Bering, Washington State. You go where the Deer Bering store is at, and you got all them houses on the other side. I own all that land. Now on the Bering, Washington side, where the Deer Bering store is at, I own all that plus the store. Everybody knows that, put it in the riots and everything else. How about all the U.S. shelters? Why is it that everybody knows I own every shelter across the U.S.? Why is it that everybody understands that I have unlimited accounts? Why is it that everybody understands I own more than just one or two businesses? That was the fights, the logical facility fights of every business across the U.S. and under the U.S. People think that they're going to logically work their ways of, living land on somewhere else other than the land that the U.S. is on, and it's just going to work out their proper way as their executions are happening as we speak. So, and on the news and everything else, and then all the cries and tears and separations of the families, they're going to die because, people in the state is going to work their logical way and yada, yada, yada. But there's some more information for you.